episode of Joe Mogul. And new Joe Mogul videos are available every Wednesday morning. So brighten up your life and tickle your smarts. Hit the subscribe button below and I will be sure to keep you on your toes.
Hello from San Pedro, Belize, from the beaches of Belize. This is where I am right now. This is the view. I hope you can feel the wind and hear some of the beautiful ocean waves. And I must say, coming here wasn't an easy decision during the pandemic. Is it smart? Is it safe? Is it responsible? Is it even ethical to travel during that time? And I must say I have a better, clearer picture right now. So let me start with my personal safety. In most days, I feel here safer than buying, in the Sobeys in Toronto, standing in the lineup in the small, Chinese fruit shop that I used to shop in Toronto. Most of the day, I'm outside in the fresh air. Even if I'm going to a bar or a restaurant, it's in the open. Everybody's very disciplined about wearing masks, by the way, here. There's always, it's always up to you, the social distancing and how much you actually going out. And also, it's pretty much you control the level of risk while you're here to a certain degree. And of course, the vitamin D, which might be a factor, and exercising. And yes, if I will, for God be, get like severe symptoms somehow of the virus, then I'm pretty much fucked up here, because then the medical healthcare system here is probably not the same. I will not be able to go back to Canada. Then all my friends and family and all the people was like, oh, what were you thinking, and so on. But overall, the feeling of safety here, I must say, and I think each and every traveler here would tell you the same thing. Nobody, I think, feel here that they did something risky more than keep their routine life wherever they're coming from. Regarding the ethical question of traveling, so during that time, the Canadian government issue more restrictions about traveling, and they if you're traveling and if you want to come back, you have to stay in 3 days in quarantine. You have to pay $2,000. Obviously, they want to discourage people from traveling. And I must say, I have mixed feelings about it. Not about the actual decision. The actual decision, I think, is fair. I think it makes sense. During that time, they have to do whatever they can to protect people. And there is no reason why, if someone decides to go and travel, that they would risk other people. And that is perfectly, legitimate. The problem I have with this decision is that it smells a little bit as a cover-up for so many things that they're not doing, that then that's a problem. What have you done to protect the very vulnerable, all those many months, the senior people, those who are hit the hardest during that pandemic? Close to zero was done. Close to zero. And all the experts, even inside the Canadian government and inside the Canadian healthcare system and all over the world, are all agreeing that the way to go back to normal is the vaccination, is an efficient, fast execution of the vaccination. The faster you do it, the safer you are, you save life. This is the way to get out of this. And what is the Canadian government have done so far? This is an embarrassment. This is pathetic. This is horrible. How is it possible that Brazil is in front of Canada? The US of A, with the fucked up, broken healthcare system, is ahead of Canada. They had months, they had the resources, they had everything. And please don't tell me this is the province, this is not the government, the prime minister cannot do anything. Because if in such a major national crisis emergency, the prime minister cannot have an impact, why do we even need a prime minister? What, to take pictures in the gay parade? This is bullshit. Like, this is where you need to shine. This is where you need to lead. This is where you need to make a change. And so far, it seems like a bunch of poor, lazy bureaucrats and lazy politicians and not doing what they need to do. So before you put a ban on people with debatable effect that it has on the pandemic and the outbreak that is already soaring home, do the most important thing you need to do to protect the very vulnerable and to execute the vaccination operation in a much better way. This is how I see those things from here, from the beach in Belize. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay happy. Adios.
If you enjoyed the video you just saw, hit the subscribe button below. Even if you think the video you just saw is a complete garbage, hit the subscribe button below. Because who knows, maybe next week it's gonna be much better. I would love to hear your feedback. And I would love to know if you have any ideas for future topics you want me to discuss. Let me know. And don't forget to check the Joe Mogul website, because Joe Mogul website has videos that may put a smile on your face, maybe provoke a new idea in your head, and maybe inspire you to work towards your financial freedom. Because remember, every big dream starts with a small step, and that small step can start with a little tip on the Joe Mogul video on Wednesday morning. Ah! Yeah. Look at this beauty.